Welcome to Ravenheart 2022. I'm Kai Olsen, the curator of the festival, and I'm joined here today with Kang Bachini, the director of the short film Escalation, a movie that is taking in elements from both, I would say, Evil Dead, demons, and the works of Japanese madman Takashi Miike. Tell us a bit more about the film in your own words.
Okay, first of all, thanks for having me. I enjoy so much the experience here at Ravenheart. So I hope I can be back next year with a new project. And yeah, talking about escalation, I think like my way of directing or like even writing a story it has a lot of influences. I'm not really particularly focused on anything specific, but it shows in my work what I really like as a filmmaker. So I wasn't planning on making this like people call it like Evil Dead 2 on steroids. I wasn't planning on making anything Evil Dead related or like that would be reminiscent of Evil Dead, but it shows. And then obviously I've been working in Asia for a long time, 12 years, so I love Hong Kong movies, Chinese movies, Japanese movies. That's why Takashi Miike is one of obviously my favorite filmmakers, and so it transpires in the short film that obviously had these influences even like visually. I like to make the movie look like a comic book, very colorful, and the characters like very unapologetic bad character like in many Japanese films, Takashi Miike's movies.
Yeah, tell us a bit about the physicality. How did you physically approach? Because you're doing most of your own stunts in this film, if not
Yes,
all of them.
yes, I've done most of the roles in the movie, from like behind the scene to be in front of the camera. I've done them myself, and it's a very physical role. Even if it doesn't have fights, it doesn't have like obviously like a fist fight or any action, but it's very physical because what happens to the character basically make him like a sort of a puppet for this invisible force. So I have to like stunts, rolling over carts, and I had like obviously no money to make fake props, so all the glass props, all the things on set, they were real. So I ended up like, for example, falling on a real piece of glass and like stuck piece of glass in my hand. I hit my hand with a cleaver for real, so I couldn't shoot this hand for like a week. I had to shoot all the other shots. So he has been very like Jackie Chan style of horror
I see, I see. Tell us more about the film itself. I mean, how it was making the film, including the process of doing your own stunts and everything.
Yeah, it was very challenging, I have to say. Escalation was born as a feature film. So it was the script, I already have it. It was a feature film. I was hoping to be able to make it with my own savings, my own money. Obviously, the full story is so ambitious, I couldn't make it. So I decided to shoot a part of the script as a short film, but it still turned out to be very challenging because when you are doing everything on set, from cinematography, directing, being in front of the camera, doing the stunts, the process was I show the camera operator how to take the shot because I'm also a cinematographer myself, so he has to follow my camera movement, my rules. And then every shot, okay, show me, was it good? Is it not good? Okay, the camera should be moving a little bit more to the left. Again. Some shots I did like 40 takes.
Yeah.
So it was very challenging.
Yeah, because it's a lot of effort making a film with on a small crew, but you're basically your own crew here, except for a couple of people as camera operator and etc.
Yeah, so I mean, I changed 3 crews while shooting Escalation. It took me a long time because people kept leaving. Some people, I was shooting in Shanghai where horror is not really understood as a genre. So, I start shooting. After 1 week, the first camera operator says, no, you're crazy, it's just a short film. It doesn't need to be so perfect. Why are you taking so much time for a single shot? I'm leaving. I don't care if you pay me. I was paying obviously not much money, but I was paying them. They left. And then the second camera operator also left until I found like some very good friends that stuck with me till the end. So the people that stuck with me, I know now they are like really passionate and very good friends. I can trust them. But it was a tough, challenging process, obviously.
How was Escalation been received by audiences and festivals?
Oh, I'm happy to say that the people loved it. They loved it. They enjoy it. It's gory. It's funny. It's like I tried to make. My purpose was to make something that was so beautifully shot, but also so violent that people would just like. They don't want to look at the screen, but they cannot not look because it's so pretty. You want to see the violence. That was my goal, and I am achieving this. Even people that don't like gore movies, I got it, especially from American audience, they were like, oh, it's so violent. I cannot see blood, but it was so well shot. I needed to see what's going on. So for me, it's an amazing success. And one fun thing that it happens to me, I don't know if it happens to other filmmakers, maybe I hope for them. I got people from the audience coming up to me and say, I want to see more. How can I give you money? Are you making crowdfunding? How do I help you make your new film? So I was like, whoa. That's huge for me.
Which actually goes us into what to the next question. What's the future? What's the future for this film? Are you going to expand it to a feature like was it the original idea?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the original feature film script for Escalation is like is way more than the short. He has like a lot of body horror, like Cronenberg, evil doppelgangers of the main characters coming out of mirrors, like very oniric, psychedelic film. And then there's a lot of action. The full script has a lot of martial art action. I'm bringing what I learned in Asia in my horror genre, making like Jackie Chan horror version of basically kung fu movies. So I want to make that into a feature film. And while I'm waiting for that to happen, I want to make a new short film. It's called Hunting Skies. It's a horror sci-fi, which I hope I can make within the year. So next year I can be back here, Ravenheart, with my new film.
We sure hope so. Thank you so much for coming to Oslo, and thank you for telling us about Escalation and future projects, and we wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you guys for having me, and Ravenheart, flock on always!